Alexander Isak arrived Liverpool for a British record transfer fee of £125 million. Now, his first season was not what Liverpool fans really expected. He was plagued by injuries, fitness concerns. In fact, he didn't even partake in the preseason. He played under a different approach, a different tactical manager and a slot. Now, under a new manager, Andoni Iraola, would he be able to finally live up to the expectations at Liverpool? Now, Alexander Isak is a good striker, no doubt. He came from Newcastle with high expectations. And don't tell me Liverpool were actually paying 125 million for a striker they feel like is going to be, someone for the future, right? He was never a player for the future. We were not buying him because we saw potential in him to maybe become an elite striker in years to come. He was bought for the here and now, right? Yeah, Liverpool signed Isak with that amount because they expected him to be banging goals, right? Okay, now we can make excuses for him that he was injured in his first season, he couldn't really, play a lot of games. He had only 8 Premier League starts, and he scored 3 Premier League goals. But then I noticed something, that the approach Newcastle were using, the playing style of Newcastle that he was used to was kind of different from what he faced in his first season under Arne Slot. Yeah, because Liverpool were playing this possession-based football under Arne Slot. He wasn't really giving Isak space to run through the middle. Yeah, I felt like the style we were playing last season was just keep possession, and all. There was no really penetration, making runs behind the defense and all that. So I think the style of play was something he was trying to get used to. Right now, under a different manager, Andoni Iraola, I feel like there is an approach that Andoni Iraola plays. We've seen it in preseason. The style of play might actually suit Alexander Isak more, because there's a vertical kind of attacking football that Liverpool plays now. We no longer just depend on just wingers, because under Slot the goals might just be coming from Mo Salah or Kodiapo from the other wing, right, or Luis Diaz before he got so. So I feel like now under Iraola, we will be seeing attacking plays more from the middle. Yeah, that's why I was saying where I expect lots of goals from the likes of Isak and Florian Wirtz. But no longer that team that expect, you expect wingers to cut in and score. I think the wingers this time have to be more creative for the forward men. Yeah, for the man behind the main striker and for the forward, which is going to be Isak obviously for this season, because Ekitike is going to be injured, right? He's going to be injured for most part of the season. Yeah, he's expected back by ending of the year or maybe early next year. So Isak is going to be the main man. So we really need him to be fit, right? I don't know what he has to do, whether in his nutrition, whether in his physical exercise, but he really needs to stay fit for a larger part of the season to help Liverpool achieve, a title run. If we're going to chase any titles this season, we need Isak to be fit. Yeah, because if Isak is not fit, let's check it out now. It's only Chiesa. Yeah, because it looks like Iraola has decided to be playing Chiesa down the middle. Yeah, he's using him as his second striker, the backup striker. So if we have Isak out for most part of the season, honestly, we have to be depending on Chiesa. And I don't think Chiesa is that point striker that can get you 15 to 20 Premier League goals. Let's be honest. So we need Isak to be fit. Yeah, that's one should be set aside. Then we need players that can actually feed him. I feel like if he was playing under the likes of Trent Arnold and Robertson in their prime, right, he'll get lots of goals. Because when we had players like this, they were putting balls from the wings, cross ball. When we had Diogo Jota, Roberto Firmino, they were actually converting some of these crosses. Yeah, most of these crosses. Even Sadio Mane at the time was playing through the middle for Liverpool, and he was getting those chances when he was playing through the middle because of those crosses that was coming in from these two fullbacks. Now we're going to be playing under a new system, right? Yeah, we expect our fullbacks to actually go through, right, press forward. But the kind of style I see Antonio Real playing is the way that he plays in the way that they also have to press, right? You don't just go forward and just make only crosses. You also have to watch the attacking wingers. Yeah, from what I've seen in preseason, you don't just stay there and don't expect to peg back. I think he wants everybody to press. It's more like the club style of football, obviously, but a little difference is that you keep pressing. You don't just stay one place. On that slot club, actually, we're actually pressing, but the difference with I'm seeing is that we want everybody to press. The only person I don't see pressing most times is just our centre backs, right? Everybody has to press. And that's why he said in one of the games that Liverpool could only press for 30 minutes, and it's not fair because he wants them to keep running. So I don't know how Alexander Isak is going to fare under this new approach, if he's actually going to be that kind of pressing striker actually. But we need the goals from him. Yeah. So he cannot give excuses as per playing in a different kind of style for Newcastle, or saying that he's not going to be fit. We need him to be fit. Yeah, and secondly, is he needs to understand the style of play. And I think it's going to favor him more, because if we're going to making those runs, running 2-4-7, he needs to be that target man for us. Yeah, we don't expect lots of goals from our wingers anymore. These players that we bought for huge amounts, Isak, Florian White, they have to score the goals for us this season. So I'm really expecting a lot from him this season. I'm not going to put a target for him, say 15-20 Premier League goals, but he has to be that target man for Liverpool that will score lots of goals. He has to see himself as that high goal scorer. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think he's finally going to be that world-class number 9 that Liverpool desperately needs? If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, leave a comment below, obviously, and also do well to share to your friends, and also do well to subscribe. Subscription is absolutely free. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.